Hi everyone and welcome to the Motability Scheme Live Day 2. As you can see, the doors have just opened. We had a great day yesterday. All the content from yesterday is on Motability Scheme YouTube, as well the content from today. Now let's get started. What we're going to do today, we've got more from experts, we've got product reviews, and we're going to showcase some great vehicles. So stay tuned. Let's go.
If you're thinking about getting a vehicle on the Motability Scheme, a crucial part is speaking to your dealer. But it's important to understand what are the right questions to ask. Today I'm joined by my colleague Guy, who's going to talk to us about the perfect questions to ask your dealer. So Guy, thank you for giving us your time today. When someone's visiting a dealer for the first time, where's a good place to start?
Well, thanks, Louise. I'd always suggest customers start with the key needs for the vehicle. Does it do the things I need it to do on a daily basis for my lifestyle?
Brilliant. And what should people be asking to make sure that the vehicle is meeting their needs day to day?
So the sales specialists that they'll talk to in the dealership have been trained by their brands to understand the benefits of the car and hopefully relate that to our customers' needs. They'll ask them open questions about their lifestyle and use to try and align how that vehicle can suit them. The key things for the customer to be asking about is the overall space. Can they get their family, can they get themselves and any mobility needs into the vehicle itself? Equally, they need to understand about the aperture to get into the car. If they're going to be the driver or they're going to have a driver with them, is the vehicle suitable for them to get in and out of?
Brilliant.
And then I would go into the comfort of the vehicle, the seating position itself.
Lovely. And I guess that means it's really important to try the vehicle first, right?
It's really essential to try it. So being in the showroom and getting yourself nice and comfortable in the seats is one thing, but making sure that that then carries over to the drive is really important because you'll be moving on the drive. You'll be moving the steering wheel, you'll be using the control stalks, for example. So you need to stay comfortable in it as well.
Okay. And so once they're in the dealership and they're talking to the dealer, what should they expect from the whole dealer process?
So I'd always recommend that our customers contact the dealer in advance to try and make an appointment so the dealer can make sure that what they want to see is available for them on that day and the staff are available. Always make contact and ask to talk to the Motability specialist in a method that's comfortable for you. So that could be by phone, that could be by email, or perhaps the web link on the manufacturer or the dealer's website as well. The dealer will ask them, as I said, a number of questions that try and find out how they would use the vehicle and how it can benefit them in their day-to-day lives. And hopefully they'll then move on to a test drive with the vehicle that they're interested in.
And so what's the next step when they first think about getting a car? How do they book an appointment, that sort of thing?
So I'd always recommend customers start on the Find a Dealer, Find a Vehicle page on the Motability website because they can look at all the types of vehicles that we have available on the scheme. They can look at sizes, seating, and the engines, for example, the fuel types that will use. Once they've narrowed it down to some vehicles that they like, I'd suggest researching on the manufacturer website as well, and then making contact with the local dealers. So make an appointment with the dealers that you're interested in. And then hopefully that'll be with a Motability trained sales specialist to start your journey. Make sure that you try and make sure that is arranged before you go down. They'll also make sure then the dealer can have everything ready for you and they can make any adjustments that you might need for that visit as well. So for example, if you'd like to talk to them in a quiet room to start with, they can do that with you as well.
Okay, brilliant. And so do people need to bring things with them when they go for their visit to the dealership?
Well, you'd always need a driving license. So if you're driving yourself, you'll need your driving license, and obviously any drivers that are going to be with you will need their driving licenses as well to start off that journey, because the dealer will always need to see the driving license before they can allow you to drive a car.
Brilliant. That's been really helpful. Thank you, Guy, for your time today. There's some great things to think about, and you really need to consider your day-to-day needs and how the vehicle feels to drive, taking time to ask questions. If you're watching from home and you have any questions, don't forget you can find all this information on the Motability Scheme website. You can also reach out to our customer service team through the various channels on the phone, via online chat, etc. So always remember that we are here to help, and it's always important to ask the right questions when you visit your dealer.
Choosing a new vehicle is difficult. With so many options, it's vital to make sure that you get the right make and model for your needs, particularly as there's so much choice on the new car market. So in this video, I'm going to give you some tips on how to make sure you can compare models in your dealer showroom to get the exact right car for your needs. The first thing to think about is your day-to-day needs. How will you use the vehicle? Who will you be travelling with? And what matters most? Space, comfort, ease of access. For example, here I've got a Volkswagen Tiguan. This is a smaller SUV type vehicle. It's a bit shorter overall, it's easier to use in town, and the seating position is that bit lower, so it's easier to get in and out of. Alternatively, Volkswagen also offers the Tiguan. This is a much larger, longer SUV, available with 5 or 7 seats, has a very large boot, and crucially it has a high seating position, so it's easier for some people to get in and out of. As I say, it's important that you go to a dealer, compare and contrast, sit in the vehicles, and make sure that you get exactly the right vehicle for you. When you're in the showroom comparing different vehicles, take the time to have a real good look around inside. Think about how easy it is to step in and out of. Is the sill nice and low? Can you get your feet in easily? Is the footwell big enough for you? Think about the seat. Is it supportive? Does it have enough adjustment? Up and down, back and forth? And don't forget the steering wheel. These go in and out and up and down on many cars too. Think about the view out. How clear is it? And don't forget your passengers in the back as well. Make sure that you sit in the back to make sure that they have enough room as well as you. Of course, when you're in the showroom comparing and contrasting cars, it's important that you don't forget boot space. If it's important, you might want to consider a larger SUV, such as this Volkswagen Tiguan, because, as you can see, it's truly cavernous in there. There's hundreds and hundreds of litres of space, and also the space itself is nice and wide. There's not any obstructions on the side, so you can slide items in and out. There's lots of height, so big bulky items will go in there quite easily. And don't forget considerations like the load lip as well. There's no obstruction here, so you can get those heavy loads in and out without them catching as you drop them in. And if you're thinking about everyday usability, things such as shopping bag hooks make all the difference. You can hand carry bags on there and they won't slide about when you go around corners. Boot space is an important consideration, so it's important that you spend time in the showroom comparing and contrasting the different vehicles on your wish list. And then we get to the fun bit, trying a car before you decide. It's really important to take a test drive because this is a car that you're going to be living with for the next 3 years. Things to consider during the test drive include the general handling. How does it drive? How does it flow along the road? Is the steering too light or too heavy? How about the engine response or the electric motor response? Visibility outside, particularly visibility over your shoulder as well. Are you comfortable in the car? Do you think you can see out of it and live with it happily for the next few years? These are all important considerations that you should consider before you make that final decision. We have covered a lot, so it's very important that you focus on what matters. My tip is to make a list of priorities. Think of the 2 or 3 most important things that you want for your next new car. It could be boot space, it could be ease of access, it could be fuel economy. When you're comparing cars in showroom and out on the test drive, make sure that these thoughts are top, front and centre of your mind to make sure that you get exactly the right car that will suit your needs for the next 3 years. So to recap, when you're comparing cars, start with your needs. What do you want from the vehicle? Think about comfort and practicality, how comfortable it is to drive and how easy it is to get in and out. And also think of the options that you want, the 2 or 3 must-have features that you want from your new vehicle. And don't feel rushed. You've got plenty of time to make sure it's the right decision for you. Thank you for watching.
Taking a vehicle for a test drive is the best ways to decide if a vehicle's right for you.
And it's not just about how it looks, it's about how it works for you day to day. So let's take a look.
Let's start with the essentials. Does the door open wide enough? Do you feel comfortable getting in and out of the car? Is the vehicle the right height for you? These are all questions to consider when you're choosing your new vehicle.
Do you use mobility equipment? Have you thought about how it's going to fit in the vehicle? Do you need to stow a wheelchair, for example? And can you get it in and out easily? Do you travel with an assistance animal? Will they fit safely in the vehicle? There's plenty of options available, so it's important to think about these at your test drive. Something as simple as an electric tailgate can make all the difference to your journey.
So comfort is really important, especially if you're using your car regularly. How do the seats feel? Do you feel supported? Are there any key features that you need? For example, a heated steering wheel, heated seats, an auto or a manual.
Think about your visibility and support features. Parking sensors and cameras, can make all the difference, especially when manoeuvring.
If possible, try using your car like you would day to day. Those essential journeys, like going to see your family, pop into the shop, how the car would feel in those settings. And if you can, try parking the car in a space similar to your driveway. If you're planning to go electric, please take some time out to check out your local public charge network. Even if you're intending to get an electric charger fitted at home, it's definitely worth seeing how accessible they are for you.
And so those are our top tips. Remember, this is your opportunity to really understand what works best for you.
So why not get in touch with your local dealer to book a test drive? You can use our website to search for your nearest dealer. And we've got a very user-friendly tool that you can use called Find a Dealer. And I'm sure you can use that to find a manufacturer for the car of your choice.
thinking about renewing your lease, or your lease is coming to an end, there's lots of choices you need to make. So I'm here at the Motability Scheme Information Hub at Motability Scheme Live. Can you believe they made me say that? With Mike and Sophie to talk about what to do
Hello.
next. Hello. So I suppose the first question is, if you're in that situation, what should you be thinking about at this point?
Well, customers can renew in the last 3 months of their lease.
Right.
So it's really important to get that application on time. Building up to that, obviously you can't place an application until you're 3 months out, but you can still do that research, get a feel of what's right for you as well.
You've kind of covered it a little bit. What are the key things that customers should be thinking about as they come to?
You know what? I think starting early and being proactive, having a look at sort of all the choices. The dealers we work with are amazing. Because we appreciate car knowledge and I suppose options if you've not joined as well with our products, like the scooters, it can be quite daunting. So just reaching out. I think if you can try and look at the whole 3 year as well, I know that can sometimes be a bit tricky, but just think about the comfort, if it's going to be suitable for that period, if there are going to be any changes in your life as well. Just trying to think a little bit ahead when making that choice.
Crystal ball, I like it. And there's a whole range of choices, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. There are so many cars in this scheme. We like to provide the biggest range for everyone and their needs, as much as we possibly can do. So the website is the best place to be able to have a look at those vehicles. There's loads of filters on there, so you can filter out what suits your needs. And then we always say, once you've got down to the final few, you can go to the dealership, have a test drive, sit in it, see if it's comfortable, and make sure it's the right vehicle for you. Like Sophie said, try and plan as much as possible for those next 3 years.
Yeah.
But as well as choosing the actual vehicle or the scooter or the WAV, there's a whole range of adaptations as well, isn't there? So it's like another layer of choice on top.
Yeah. So it's amazing what we can do to vehicles, and also our wheelchair accessible vehicles are highly adapted. With adaptations, we appreciate it might be the first time that you're looking into these. We work with amazing installers. They have a great level of expertise on them. They can also give guidance because not every adaptation is going to suit every vehicle. So that is something that they can look at with you. Dealers will have an installer that they work with on the regular. So if you reach out to your dealer, they might be able to point you in which one that they would be using. But yeah, I think as well, like the WAV suppliers, for example, they kind of do the whole package. They get those vehicles in, adapt them. They're very highly adapted. But just reaching out, if you're ever unsure, we have a range of resources to be able to assist with making that choice.
Yeah, and there's a range of checks, isn't there, before the customer actually gets the car. There's a whole process to go through to make sure it's right.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have the test drives with the products like the powered wheelchairs, the scooters. The dealerships will actually do a home demonstration with you. It's the same with the wheelchair accessible vehicles as well. They'll come to your address, show you around. I suppose with the adaptations, the installer can give you some familiarisation as well. You can request to have that if you've never had it before. I mean, what I would also say as well, if you've never had adaptations before, please reach out to the contact centre because what we can get sorted for you is called a MAC assessment, Motability Adaptation Centre Assessment.
That's impressive. You can get that.
Yeah, and it's for scheme customers, it is free of charge as well, and they are specialised in being able to tell you what you're going to be needing to be able to drive that car.
Right.
Absolutely, and like Sophie mentioned earlier as well, our dealer network, they're very helpful, and when it comes to applying for a new vehicle, they'll be able to guide you through the whole process as well.
Precisely.
Of course, we're here for support if you need to reach out, we'll be so.
Right. You talk about new vehicles. In terms of the future, I know there's changes to the scheme that come in on the 1st of July. Where should people go to get up-to-date information about that?
So before the 1st of July, if customers got any questions, they can always reach out to us. They can call us, web chat. The website is a really good source of information. As soon as we get any updates, we always put them onto the website to try and make customers aware as soon as possible. As soon as we know, we want to let the customers know.
Precisely. I think, just reach out. We can't emphasise that enough. That is what we're here for. If you are unsure how those 1st of July changes are going to affect your lease moving forward, we just say give us a ring. Because sometimes as well, there can be sort of conflicting information. If you're ever unsure, we can give you that Motability guidance as clearly and as concisely as possible.
Yeah, and some customers have unique situations and they'll be worried about how these changes might apply to them. So we can have these conversations with them, can't we?
Yeah. So if they're super fast, they can come and see you here today. But if not, contact us through the website, call centres.
Website, centre. There's also Edinburgh as well, one of our live shows. So if you haven't been able to attend this one, possibly look at that. If you're unsure, like I said, give us a call. We can sort of steer you in the right direction.
Right, well, there's about 40,000 people desperate to talk to you, so I'll let you go. But Mike, Sophie, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
We here at Motability Operations, without our scheme partners, we wouldn't be able to deliver the amazing and lovely service that we do. We've got the lovely Sean here with us today that's going to explain to us exactly what the RAC offer us and offer our customers. Can you tell us what the RAC do for our customers day to day?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're here at the RAC to offer reassurance to our customers in the event of a breakdown. When our customers call us, we're here to provide that worry-free motoring so that our customers can get on the way in the knowledge that we've supported them as best as we can.
Fantastic. Thank you for breaking that down for us. Can you explain to us when a breakdown does happen, what can our customers expect?
So what you can expect from us is that reassurance, an understanding of exactly what's going to happen as you go through that breakdown journey. What we will ask from you is exactly what's going on with that vehicle. What's your symptoms, what's actually happening in that event. We'll ask you how many people are in the vehicle with you. Everything that is actually happening in that situation so that we can provide the right solution for you first time and get you back on your way.
Fabulous. That's really reassuring to hear that RAC is available to help our customers on the side of the road like that. If our customers were on the side of the road and unfortunately did break down, what's the first thing they should do?
Contact us. That's exactly what you should do. And you can call us, you can log a breakdown online. We are here 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. We never close. That's what we're here for. Call us, contact us in whichever method that you choose. We're here to support you. We're here to provide a service and give you that reassurance and tell you exactly what's going on throughout that journey.
Brilliant, and that's great that you're always available, one call away, and they can also use the online service to get in contact with yourselves, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. There are multiple ways that you can speak to, the RAC now. You can log your breakdown online via your app. You can call us. Just reach out to us in whichever way that you want to.
A multitude of different avenues. Brilliant. I just wanted to ask, if our customer does break down and unfortunately the car can't be fixed on the side of the road, what can our customers expect from the RAC?
Just to give our customers some reassurance, we do fix 8 out of 10 vehicles at the side of the road. So I think, that demonstrates the capability of our patrols. But if we can't fix that vehicle, what we will do for you is talk to you about the right solution. So we can offer you a mobile van. So one of our SMR vans can come out to you at home and fix your vehicle at home. We can get you into your managing dealer, or we can go through one of our approved networks. There's multiple ways to get your vehicle fixed and back on the road. And what we will do for you then is to get you home and get your vehicle into your chosen place of repair.
Fantastic. And if our customer does have their car off the road for a little while and they need some onward travel, what kind of support is available in the form of that onward travel?
Absolutely. And we know how important the scheme vehicles are to our customers. And again, what we will do is talk you through what that looks like. What have you got going on? What solution is right for you? If you do need to be kept mobile while your vehicle is off-road, we can offer you taxis, taxi accounts. We can offer you a hire vehicle. We will we'll tailor that solution to what's right for you at that point.
Brilliant. So there's that comprehensive service available, that dynamic support readily available for our customers from point of breakdown all the way until them getting back into the
Absolutely.
car. Appreciate that, Sean. Lastly, we've got the lovely RAC van in all its glory in front of us in the lovely RAC orange. What I would want to kindly ask is, can we get a little bit of a tour for our customers at home to see what we deal with day to day?
Glad you've asked. I have with me Carl, who'll be able to take you through that.
Thank you so much. Hi, Carl. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Can you show us what we have here in the form of the RAC van?
Absolutely. So I think it's important to note that we design and furnish all our vans to act as a mobile workshop. That ensures that any patrol who attends has got the kit, the tools and the experience to get you moving once again. I'd like to concentrate, if I can, on 3 of the main types of breakdowns that we see. So one of the biggest impact to service are being called out for is flat tyres. Flat tyre is becoming more and more popular in terms of calling for breakdown, and that's simply because vehicles no longer carry a spare wheel. So RAC have a number of options that we can support you with a flat tyre. Initially, if you were to have a puncture that could be repaired, our patrols will carry a puncture repair kit. This means that we can repair the puncture at the side of the road and allow you to get moving in minimal time. If, however, you've got some impact damage or the tyre has been driven whilst it's flat, irreparable damage could have been completed to the tyre, therefore we need to fit you a spare wheel. RAC Patrols carry not one but two multi-fit wheels. These wheels have been designed and built especially for RAC Patrols. I have two versions here. You'll notice one's larger than the other. Effectively, as vehicles are getting bigger, quicker and heavier, so are the wheels. Every patrol will carry both wheels in the back of the van, and this means that should you have a flat tyre with no spare wheel, we can simply fit our wheel to your car, wave off down to Quick Fit. Once you arrive at Quick Fit, they will swap the tyre over for you, refit your original wheel, and they will keep hold of our spare wheel. Once the vehicle is repaired, we will collect the spare wheel, ensuring that there's no additional downtime to the customer and get you on your way as quick as possible. One of the other breakdowns that we attend on a regular basis will be where the vehicle battery has gone flat. So our patrols carry a number of batteries on the vehicle. I have a selection here as well as a selection further into the van. We carry batteries that will allow us to get about 90% of vehicles on the road going on the first attendance. Alongside flat 12-volt batteries, we also see a number of vehicles that are breaking down because the high voltage system on the EV has run out of charge. Inherently, we tend to see more of these during the winter months, and that is simply because the range may drop down due to the colder weather. Whenever the customer runs out of charge, it used to be quite a lengthy process. We'd have to uplift the vehicle and tow it to a charge spot. Our patrol vans now carry what we call EV Boost. EV Boost is an award-winning system designed and manufactured by RAC for our patrol vans, and this means should you run out of charge at the side of the road, we can now charge your vehicle at the back of our RAC patrol van. This means that this van really does become the one-stop shop for all your breakdown needs. Assuming though that the breakdown was something that we couldn't repair, all our patrols carry our rapid deployment trailer that's located in the rear of the van, and that means that should we not be able to repair your vehicle at roadside, we can move your vehicle to a place of repair. Rapid deployment trailer is something that is unique to RAC. It was designed and built by RAC, and as the years have progressed, as vehicles have got heavier and larger, so has the trailer capabilities. One thing that's probably really important to note is we don't just kit vans out and forget about them, no. We actively monitor breakdown trends, looking for the cause of failure and swapping out parts on RAC patrol vans. Patrols carry multiple parts, whether that be batteries, sensors, oils, fluids, spark plugs, ignition coils. All this stock is regularly reviewed to ensure that we are up to date with the current scheme vehicle selection.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for giving us that dynamic understanding and that comprehensive view of what you have available here in terms of kit, and also the support available when you do recover our customers to their next location and where they need to go. Really, really do appreciate that. And if you're watching at home and if you missed anything, everything should be on our YouTube channel for you to catch up on.
Hello, my name's Richard. I'm a car reviewer and I'm here at Motability Scheme live looking at this, the Volvo XC40. Now, when it was tested from new by Euro NCAP, the safety organisation, this was one of the very safest cars that they've tested, and it remains a really safe and reassuring buy. At the front you can see it's got the looks of much larger Volvos. We've got this assertive grille and we've got these beautiful Thor's hammer headlights, and this internal panel lights up with an LED strake which makes it look really distinctive at night. And of course, being a Volvo, the headlights are fantastic. They pierce through the night and give really good visibility. If we move around to the side, you can see it's got this real SUV-like stance. It's actually just around 4.4 metres long, but it again has the looks of the much bigger, luxurious Volvos. I do like these panels here that help protect the car in a car park and give it that rugged off-road stance that so many people like. And of course, being an SUV, you've got these nice wide door openings. It's nice and tall as well, and as you can see, I could just step in really easily. I've got the electric seat adjustment here. All models have electric seat adjustment, and these seats are really supportive. There's even an adjustable thigh support here to give underleg support to make it really comfortable for long journeys. There's lots of steering wheel adjustment too. We've got chunky column stalks here, and there's buttons on the steering wheel that are really easy to use. So you can control panels, you can control things through this 12.3-inch display panel in the centre. We also have a 9-inch touchscreen in the middle. This is a portrait format, and it actually runs Google software. So if you sign into your Google account, you can access the Google Voice Assistant, you can access Google Maps, and there's an app that allows you to set maps on your smartphone at home and send it straight to the car, so you don't have to sit here typing in addresses. There's even the Google Play Store, so you can download other apps such as Spotify. Again, log into your Spotify account and listen to your music and playlists and podcasts on the move. Being a Volvo, it's really high quality in here. We've got this beautiful finish, and we've got ambient lighting, and there's 64 different colour ambient lighting, so you could choose the mood to suit you. There's a big volume knob here in the centre. It's a nice physical control that's easy to use. You can pause your music straight away if you want to talk to people in the cabin. We've also got physical buttons for quick demist of the windscreen and rear view window as well. So it's all here and easy to hand. Below that, we've got a smartphone charger, and this panel is actually illuminated at night, so you can easily access things without having to scrabble about in the darkness. All Volvo XC40 have an automatic transmission as standard. It's really easy to use. You just flick the lever back and forth. There are actually two different engine choices. There's the B3 and B4, and all of these engines have mild hybrid technology. That means that there's a small electric motor to give a small boost to the engine when you're pulling away, and it makes it feel really responsive out on the road. I've driven the XC40 extensively, and I can confirm that it is a really nice, smooth drive. And also with that mild hybrid technology, it's economical as well. You'll get around 43 mpg according to the official figures. Something else that I do quite like that I have to show you is here. We've got a nice armrest, and it's deep, as you can see, and nice and practical, but it's actually an extra little cubby here with a flip down lid. And this is a little litter box, so you can pop your litter in here, tucked it away out of sight, and when it's full you can actually simply remove it, empty it into the bin, pop it back and use it again. It's a really nice touch, and it's a great example of that Volvo Scandinavian attention to detail that we know and love from this famous brand. It's nice and easy to step out thanks to that SUV-like stance. Got these really big chunky door handles that are a pleasure to use. Again, the doors open wide. We can step into the back. Once again, there's plenty of space. There's big door bins here, and like the door bins in the front, these are actually lined with carpet-like material, so things don't rattle about in there. And it's a nice premium touch. Again, it's another example of this premium luxury finish on this car. In the centre, we've got air vents. Below that, there's a 12-volt socket, and this version actually has heated seats in the rear as well, which is a really nice touch for your passengers. To go through the trims, there are 3 trims: Core, Plus and Plus Pro. It's the Plus models that are popular on the Motability Scheme, but all of them have a really practical 450 litre boot. As you can see, it's a really wide space. The sides are nice and flat. You've got these extra spaces here that opens out the boot, so you can store oddments here and they're easy to access. You can fold the rear seats down and you get 1400 litres of space, which is excellent for a car that's around 4.4 metres long. Something else that I do like is this really clever divider in the boot floor. You can simply flip it up. It's really easy to do, as you can see. And it means you've got this space here to stop things rolling about in the boot. And Volvo have even put little carrier bag hooks on here, so you can pop shopping bags here, and again, they won't roll about when you go around corners. It's a great example of all the attention to detail that goes into this Volvo XC40. If you'd like to find out more, you can check out motability.co.uk for all the information. And there we go, that's a quick run through of the fabulous Volvo XC40. Hello and welcome to Motability Scheme Live. My name's Richard, I'm a car reviewer and I'm lucky enough to drive hundreds of cars each year. And the model that I always enjoy driving is this, the Ford Puma. It's the UK's best selling car, it has been for several years now, and I always enjoy driving it because it's such a great car to drive. It's really fun, handling is agile, it puts a smile on your face. This version offers a range of 1 litre EcoBoost engines. All of them have mild hybrid technology, and that means that you get great economy. The best selling version does over 52 mpg, which is great on the road. You can get it with a manual gearbox or an automatic. There are 3 different trims: Titanium, ST Line or ST Line X, and there's also a sporty ST version at the top of the range. As you can see, it's really distinctive. I love this curvaceous front end with these fabulous headlights. And you'll probably see lots of Ford Pumas on the road. All of them have this LED panel around the edge that lights up and makes it look really distinctive out on the move. You've got this big grille as well, and this is a sporty ST Line X version, so it has this more aggressive bumper that looks really good and really assertive on the road. As you can see, there's lots of colour coding as well, which gives it a distinctive appearance. Also distinctive of these fabulous alloy wheels, and you even get the ST Line icons here that draws from Ford's hot hatch heritage and brings it into this small SUV class of car. Being a small SUV, it's around 4.2 metres long. You get obviously the taller body style than a regular hatchback, and that means it's easy to get in and out of. Big chunky door handles and nice wide doors mean that I can step in no problem. A nice detail that I do like is this sill. You can see the bottom of the door covers the sill, so when you step in and out, it actually means that you can keep your trousers and legs clean from dust and dirt on the road, which is a nice bit of attention to detail. There's a big steering wheel and it's got flat top and bottom. That means you can see the instrument panel nice and clearly, and this flat bottom means that your legs go in nice and easily and it doesn't get in the way when you get in and out. There's lots of space in the footwell. Obviously this is a manual version with a 6-speed manual gearbox. Pedals are nice, and this ST Line has sporty silver pedals, which again is a nice little detail touch. Ford Puma gets a 12-inch Sync 4 touchscreen. Now, I'm a big fan of the Ford Sync 4 system. It's really colourful, it's really easy to use, the icons are straightforward, and it's feature packed as well, so you do get a lot of functionality in this screen. Below that we've got a wireless charging pad, and this is nicely angled so you can put your mobile there and still give it a glance out on the road to see who's calling you. And then of course you can simply press a button on the steering wheel to accept the call and speak away happily. There's also voice control here as well, and the Ford Sync 4 voice control system is very advanced, so you simply press the button, speak commands, the car takes over and does the functionality for you. As I say, we've got a 6-speed manual gearbox here, and it's just such a nice action. It's a real joy to drive if you like that control of a manual gearbox. Obviously, if you prefer an automatic, you can get a 7-speed DCT, and the control for that is actually here on the steering column. So all of this space is opened up and you simply select gears on the steering column itself. Another nice feature is a manual handbrake. If you prefer the confidence of having a manual handbrake, you get one here in the Ford Puma. And as you can see, this being the ST Line X trim, we've got this beautiful sporty upholstery with this red stitching. It makes it look really assertive and confident and sporty. I love it. I think it's a fantastic interior colour scheme. Being a high-spec Puma, you also get the Bang & Olufsen soundbar at the top, and this uses special acoustics to reflect the sound off the windscreen, and this high-end premium audio system means that you get fantastic sound. It's great for listening to your favourite tracks, and it also means podcasts have almost cinematic quality as well. It's a really, really good system and a joy to listen to. Again, being a small SUV rather than a hatchback means that you get this extra space in the rear as well. Even for somebody like myself, around 6 foot tall, it's easy to step into, and there's lots and lots of space. There's lots of foot room, there's plenty of headroom here. As you can see, there's a good amount of knee room here as well. And remember, this is a car that's around 4.2 metres long. You get all this adult-friendly space in the rear. It's fantastic, and it's easy to see why it's so popular. Ford's also added USB charging sockets in the centre. There's 2 of them, and they're USB-C fast charger sockets, so your passengers can keep their devices topped up on the move and then tuck them away in the seat pocket when they perhaps want to snooze instead. Moving around to the rear, as you can see, we've got this really cool white Ford logo, which are quite nice, and this sporty model has the Puma lettering in black to give it a really bold, sporty look. Higher end models have an electric tailgate. This opens up 452 litres of space. Now, again, remember, this is a car that's around 4.2 metres long, yet you have this enormous boot space. It's fantastic. It's really nice and wide. As you can see, the parcel shelf also folds up out the way, so it's easy to load. And there's something else that's very clever. Ford Puma have what's called a mega box. So you can lift the boot floor up, and below here is a space that's 80 litres large, and it means, as you can see, it just drops down and down and down. And this 80 litre space means that you can load items up to more than 1.1 metres tall. Simply drop them in, shut the boot, and store them quite easily. And it's actually lined plastic, and there's even a drain hole built into the bottom. So if you're getting plants from the garden store, or you're popping muddy boots in there, you can simply pull out the drain plug, hose it down, clean it out, pop it back in, and you're ready to go. It's just one of the many cool features on the Ford Puma range. If you'd like to find out more, check out motability.co.uk, and thank you for watching.
When people think about adaptations, they often think there's only 1 or 2 choices available, but actually there's a myriad of options. Let's go and take a look. I'm here with Marcel from Bever to talk about adaptations. Now Marcel, can you just explain a bit about what this is?
Yeah, this is our product and it's called Smart Steer.
Right.
It has two functions. One, to turn the steering wheel more easily, and two, operating secondary functions like wipers, indicators, horn.
All in one place?
Yes, one place. Yes. So with one hand you can steer and operate secondary functions. We have several versions. We started 10-15 years ago with the classic 8 buttons. We get feedback from customers to have less functions on the knob. We made the 5-button version, and then the feedback is a little bit big for my hand. Do you have a smaller one? So we made also a smaller version, also an 8 and 5 button. The 5 button, bigger button, so easier to operate. Right. The 8 button, you have 2 universal buttons. Normally it's standard with fog light, rear wipers and washer. You can change that with the PC interface to cruise control or open windows or functions on the steering wheel. It's a little bit depending on the technology in the car, but you have the possibility to change functions on those buttons.
Okay. So I guess it's personalization, isn't it? And these are great, but what other ways are there that cars can be adapted? If anyone's watching this and they don't know anything about it, what would you say?
Normally, when you can't drive with your right foot, they move the accelerator pedal to the left. When you can't operate that, you go to a mechanical hand control. If you can't operate that, you go to more high-tech systems like our smart brake, electronic gas brake system. If you can't steer the wheel anymore, then you have like a joystick, and you can operate with a small stick the steer, gas and brake. But yeah, you go from a left side accelerator, quite simple, to a high-tech system like a joystick system.
That's great. Thanks for your time, Marcel.
You're welcome.
Now Marcel showed us a range of options, but there's not just one solution. There's a whole range of things that can be done to make sure the vehicle's just right for you. So the first thing you need to do is speak to an adaptation installer, and they'll help you set up the car just for you. If you want any more information right now, you can check out the Motability Scheme website. That's it from me for now. Farewell.
When it comes to vehicle adaptations, the best way to understand them is to see them live in action. With that said, we've got the lovely Lindsay here from Mobility Motion. Can you tell us a little bit more about what we've got here?
Yeah.
And what is a boot hoist?
Yeah, sure, no worries. So we've got one of our LC80s in the boot at the moment. So this one, the clue is in the name. It lifts up to 80 kilograms, but we have a boot hoist that lifts from 40 right up to 200 kg. So plenty of options. In here we've got Pride Go-Go, so nice scooter, folded down. We've got lots of options when it comes to lifting power chairs, wheelchairs, and scooters. So yeah, I mean, I'll be happy to show you how it works.
Please, I'm sure people at home will be more than keen to see exactly how this goes in and out of the boot.
Yeah, sure, no worries. So we've got a really simple handset, so it's wired into the boot hoist here. So we've got a nice simple on-off button. Nice simple 4 buttons. We've got up and down, and we've got in and out effectively. So what I'll do is I'll just lift it up a little bit. So you can see it's automatically stopped there. So it's not going to hit the top of the boot. That's all pre-programmed, everything. So you don't need to worry about any damage to your car when you're using it day to day. So now I'm going to just press this button and look to start guiding it out. So I'm not lifting anything. I'm literally just using my hand, nice and simply, to make sure that comes out the car. So there, we get it there, and then we can look at just dropping that down there. So as you can see, we've got this bracket that goes under the seat. So that's something that either our install team or one of our install partners would fit, and you can see it's totally balanced there. So all of that's worked out. So we just drop it right down, let the spreader bar there go slack, and then we've got a nice simple fitting there. Really nice, simple to use. There's different options as well, so depending, if you've got arthritis in your hands, there's always different options. So one of the team would talk you through what those are and make sure you were confident and comfortable and able to use those. So
So yeah, so that's literally how you get it in and out. You see it's nice, quick, simple. Also, just a feature on this one, we've got a power pack here. So what that means is we haven't had to wire to get the power to the boot hoist from the car battery. So simply you can plug it in or take it out, charge it up while you're charging your scooter, and for EVs, it's really, really good as well. But yeah, that's just a little bit about this LC80.
Amazing. Thank you very much for giving us that demonstration of how it came out the boot and onto the floor there. It was brilliant, very elegant there. I just wanted to quickly ask you, what difference would it make if a customer did have one of these to their day-to-day?
So, I mean, if you are looking to get out independently, it's perfect. You can literally pop the scooter in the boots nice and quickly. You know, it's a rainy day, you want to get back, you've done your shopping. It takes all that strain out. So no pressure on the back. You're not having to sort of like take it apart. There are some elements, as I said, you can see here, you know, we've had to fold bits down and take bits off. But also if you're a carer, that's another consideration. You know, we don't want to be doing damage to the people that are looking after us. So nice and simple for them to use as well. But yeah, it just gives people that freedom thereafter, just to sort of get out and about and live their life, really.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for explaining that one there. And what I took away from that is that carers, customers, or anybody that is in need of that support does have that available with this adaptation there, without the stress of having to lift their product in and out of there.
Yes.
And that's amazing, and I'm sure our customers at home are happy with the demonstration you've done for us there. Lastly, you mentioned the battery there. I just wanted to quickly ask, with things evolving and changing all the time rapidly there, and we've got more EVs on the road, how are the products like this evolving along with it?
Yeah, I mean, there's some great EVs on the scheme at the moment, and I think with the changes in cars, they're not going to go back, so they're only going to get maybe a little bit more complicated. You've got considerations around batteries in the bottom, power trays, you know, different configurations that maybe you wouldn't have in those kind of like petrol diesel cars. So yeah, the power pack there we actually won an award for last year for innovation,
Congratulations.
which we're really proud of. But things along the lines of, you know, how this fits into the car, you know, the different configurations and all of that kind of stuff. So we're constantly looking at how we can improve it, ways we can make it not only more convenient for the end users, but actually our installer partners as well, and just to make sure that it's really robust. And yeah, everything you see. Probably, I mean, we're talking about a product that's been around for like 40 odd years. So
you're future-proofing
exactly.
it.
So we're trying to work through and make it. But like I say, we've got different options from right down to sort of like nice small scooters that can be picked up, right up to those big sort of power chairs. The only consideration you would have to make is compatibility. So
Fabulous.
We've got a whole team in our head office in Alfreton. So more than happy to understand, okay, well, what car are you looking at? What are you trying to lift? What are you trying to achieve? What do you need to get done in your day-to-day life? And then we can talk through options. And specifically, I guess if you're on the scheme and you don't really know what car you're looking for, it is worth speaking to an adaptation specialist, because we can give you some idea of, you know, different options and things that might be better or that for, you know, your needs and the adaptations.
Absolutely, yeah. So that support is available as and when our customers need it.
Exactly.
And you mentioned those options as well, which is a brilliant segue to say to our customers at home that there are a lot of options available, and as you can see, a single adaptation can make a difference. It really depends on what's right for you.
Accessible travel starts with the right vehicle, and that's why wheelchair accessible vehicles are designed with this in mind. I'm joined today by Roisin from Motability, and she's going to show us around this Ford Custom Lifestyle vehicle. Thank you for joining me, Roisin. Now, for our customers especially, being able to travel with friends and family is such an important part of their life. How has your vehicle kept this in mind? How does it support that lifestyle?
Okay, so inside this vehicle you can carry 8 passengers plus the wheelchair user. We have retained the OEM Ford seats in row 2, which allows the seats to be turned conference style, still having an inclusive wheelchair position. So for families, this vehicle is perfect.
Brilliant, and it's got things like ISOFIX and charging points to make it really family friendly, right?
Yeah, so all of the seats come with ISOFIX as standard. We have added optional USB ports. They're all come in the vehicles. We try to think of a family as a whole and not just one person.
Fantastic. So I guess the next question is, how does someone in a wheelchair get in the vehicle?
Okay. So this vehicle is rear entry access.
Okay.
We use a low angle bifold ramp.
Wow, okay.
The ramp has a military grade grip, just for easy access into the vehicle.
That's great, so it's really safe. And I guess with all of our customers, their needs vary so much, so the kind of wheelchair they're in is going to vary too. So how does your vehicle allow for changes in difference in height and weight for all the different wheelchairs that our customers might use?
Okay, so this vehicle in particular is class leading. We've 59.5 inches head height. We can accommodate a wheelchair up to 200 kgs.
Oh, fantastic. So that really would cover the majority of our wheelchair users.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. So I can also see there's so many thoughtful details that have gone into developing this vehicle. Something that really interests me is the carpet. So can you talk me about why there's a carpet in the back of a car?
Okay, so we use coach grade carpet. We find it minimises noise. We know feedback from our customers. They love the carpet. It's quiet, it's cosy, it feels less van-like.
Absolutely, that's really interesting because I suppose if you didn't have the carpet, it'd be really noisy, it would be very uncomfortable for a customer. So what a great thought to have put that in. It shows you really care about the experience of our customers. You're clearly the expert in what you do as an organisation. So how long have you been doing this?
Okay, so Mac and Meals are the longest established converters in the industry. Just last year we celebrated 75 years in the business.
Wow, well I hope there was cake when you had that celebration. So if our customers are thinking about trying a wheelchair accessible vehicle or they don't know where to start, what advice would you give them? Where can they find out or try it?
Customers can just jump onto our website. It's very informative. We do have a social media platform. We have a team on site in Ireland ready to take calls and support people. We do carry out demonstrations all across the UK.
Fantastic. And obviously, even with the accent, you do go UK wide,
We
right?
absolutely do.
Fantastic. And your social media is very good, I hear. As you can see, there is a range of features and layouts to consider. And the right vehicle is all about getting what's right for your needs. If you're here at the event today, come and talk to one of our experts. And if you're watching at home, remember, everything you need to know is on our website, so please check it out and get all the information you need or contact our customer service team. Thank you. Whether for everyday travel or longer journeys, wheelchair adaptive vehicles are designed with your freedom in mind. I'm joined today by Bill from Automotive Group, who's going to talk us around this Citroën Space Tourer. Bill, thank you for joining us today.
Good morning.
Can you tell me about the features in your vehicle, please?
Well, yes, there are many features. The main feature with this vehicle is the amount of engineering that's gone into it to create what we think is one of the finest accessible vehicles you can get, which allows the wheelchair occupant to sit well forward in front of the row 2 seats. The row 2 seats in this vehicle, and again it's because of the way the floor has been engineered, are able to be the original Citroën full-size seats.
Brilliant.
A lot of these vehicles have reduced size seats, which are typically minibus size seats, which can't be adjusted.
Okay.
These seats from the original vehicle can slide backwards and forwards, they can semi-recline, so whoever is with the wheelchair occupant can be as comfortable as possible.
Fantastic.
More importantly, for the wheelchair occupant, and that's what this vehicle is all about, all of our Space Tourers are specified with aircraft-style air conditioning.
Wow.
So the wheelchair occupant can have hot and cold air independently of the front of the vehicles. So the support team or the family members sitting in the front don't have to be as hot or as cold as the wheelchair user sitting in the back, which offers comfort both for the row 1 occupants and the wheelchair user themselves.
Fantastic.
And that's very important in a wheelchair car, because so many times we hear, oh, I sit in the back in the wheelchair and I can't get warm or I can't get cold or there's no fresh air. Well, with the aircraft style air conditioning, that's all taken care of.
Fantastic.
So it's a comfortable car, full-size seats, full air conditioning, and every convenience you would expect.
Lovely.
And that is
Wow.
that section of the car.
Fantastic.
Now,
so I guess the next question really, Bill,
Yeah.
is how do wheelchair users get in the vehicle?
well, much the same as you would get into any rear entry car. Obviously, the tail lift goes up as it would in any estate car, hatchback, SUV. The ramp itself is an assisted ramp. We always design our ramps so that they sit below the glass line.
Lovely.
That's important because rear vision is important for the driver, and a lot of vehicles you'll see accessible vehicles where the ramp comes up and covers half the back screen. It's not a good idea. So the ramp always sits behind the window line. Once the ramp re-engages with the car, it's designed so that in effect it is a secondary level of protection. So if the car experienced a heavy rear impact, that would offer a secondary level of protection.
Fantastic.
To open the ramp, simply slide, comes down like that. The handles on the ramp are always on what would be traditionally the curb side. A two-fold ramp in position.
Brilliant. So you're really thinking about safety and everything that you've engineered. But there's another engineering feature, isn't there?
Well, there
about
is.
the width of the vehicle. Can you tell me
There
about
is.
that?
Yes, I can. Because at the automotive group, we are very fortunate. We have an engineering division and a manufacturing division. Our engineering division provide us, in the manufacturing side, with almost all of the components that go into the car. It means that because we put steel floors in and our engineering division press the floors themselves, we can get the maximum width out of the car.
Fantastic.
Now, that is important because when a wheelchair goes into a car, the casters on the wheelchair drag.
Okay.
When the wheelchair has to come back out of the car, the casters on the wheelchair have to drag, so they have to turn around.
Oh, okay.
If you have a floor, a wheelchair channel that's too narrow, the casters will come round and snag, so the wheelchair will jam.
Yeah.
That won't happen in this vehicle.
Fantastic.
Because of the extra width, it makes using the vehicle so much easier. Because we engineer all of this, on vehicles where we have to change fuel tanks, add blue tanks, additive tanks, we can give our engineers the exact dimensions of the amount of space available, and they can then build a tank that will give maximum capacity. So the range of the vehicle isn't compromised.
Brilliant.
Because range, mileage is something that people are obviously most concerned about.
Lovely. So if someone's new to WAVs, what would be your biggest advice to them?
Look at them all. Look at them all. Don't, for example, try one model and because you fit into that, assume you will fit into another. Because with ours, I happen to know that this model has more headroom and more width than our competitors who make an adaptation on the same body shell.
Brilliant.
They start with the same body shell, but everything's in the adaptation and the specification. Check the spec of the vehicle, check the adaptation, and above all else, try the wheelchair. Do not accept having to alter the wheelchair to go into the vehicle. The wheelchair is the primary means of transport, the vehicle is the secondary means of transport. So don't accept anyone telling you, oh, if you alter your chair, it'll be fine. You never alter a chair, you find a vehicle that your chair fits into.
Brilliant. That's great advice, Bill. Thank you. So
No,
I guess
pleasure.
what's really key here is that Bill and his other colleagues are experts in WAVs, but you're the expert in you and your wheelchair. So it's really important to ask the right questions when you come and see our WAV converters and to get as much information as you possibly can. And on that note, if you do want to know more about our wheelchair adaptive vehicles, please visit the scheme website. All the information is on there. And also feel free to contact our customer service team, who are happy to have a conversation with you on the phone or over our web chat channels. Thank you.
I'm here at our test drive area. I'm going to meet some customers who've just been behind the wheel of an EV to find out what they thought about it. Let's go. Now Denise, you've never driven an EV before. You're about to do a test drive, is that right?
Yes.
And have you got any concerns, anything you're worried about?
Just about in case I'm like driving on the motorway and all of a sudden it stops. Where am I going to find a charging bit?
Right.
That's the one I'm concerned about.
Yeah, I mean, range is something that people talk about.
Yeah.
But there's an information hub in there. You can get everything you need.
Okay.
You better go, Denise. Right, now Mike, you're about to go for your test drive, and I have to ask you, are you considering a switch to EV? Is that why you're looking at doing this today?
Yeah, potentially. So I drive a company car, and part of the scheme eventually will dictate that I have to drive an electric vehicle, so I guess it's just getting used to that. So at the moment I drive a hybrid vehicle, so it's just preparing for that once that happens.
Right, and have you got any concerns about moving to electric? Anything you're worried about?
So driving a hybrid vehicle at the moment, I've noticed that when I'm using the EV battery that there is a noticeable drop in terms of performance and speed, so it's just kind of, I guess, getting used to that and seeing maybe if it was an EV vehicle, whether maybe that wouldn't be so much of an issue.
Great, okay. Well, your car's here, Mike, you better go. Thanks
Brilliant.
for your time.
Thank you, cheers.
Enjoy. Right, Denise, you're out of the car. How was it?
It was wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's good.
It was real good. It was real smooth. I like the braking. I like the cameras of it as well.
Will you consider switching to EV now?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
Are you going to go and rejoin the queue and have another test drive?
Yes, I am. I'm going to do another one.
So Mike, you've had your test drive, you're out of the car.
Yep.
How did it go?
Better than expected, actually. One thing that I'm seeing with the more modern EV cars is that there isn't so much of a drop in power and performance.
Right.
I mean, it did feel very smooth and very quiet, which I was expecting. But actually kind of getting around corners, putting my foot down a little bit, like it was more powerful than I expected. So it's not as much of a transition, I think, going into an EV vehicle. So,
well, you're smiling. It sounds like a pleasant experience.
Yes.
So would you consider switching now?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Right. Okay. Well, Mike, I know you need a cup of tea. I'll let you go on with the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Cheers. Bye bye.
Some great reactions to driving an EV. I've never tried one, but I enjoyed it too. If you'd fancy taking a test drive in an EV, check out the Find a Dealer section of the Motability Scheme website, and also tell us what you thought. That's it from me. Farewell.
Hello and welcome to Motability Scheme Live. My name's Richard, I'm a car reviewer and I drive hundreds of new cars each year. And I'm here with the new Suzuki e-Vitara. This is the very first all-electric version of the famous Suzuki Vitara. It's a model that many people know and love. It's a small SUV, and as you can see, it's got this really rugged 4x4 influence stance, particularly with this chunky bumper at the front. Now, I've actually driven this, and I drove it both on-road, and we actually went off-roading as well. And let me tell you, it's as fantastic off-road as it is on it. That assertive stance continues as you go around to the side. Again, we've got all this black cladding that gives it a really chunky look. And although most Suzuki e-Vitara are front-wheel drive, you can actually get this with a system called the All Grip E. And this gives four-wheel drive capability, so there's drive to the rear wheels as well as the front. And this gives it fantastic grip off-road, as mentioned, but also in snowy and wintry weather. It's a pretty unique feature for an electric car, and it's worth considering at your local dealer if you want that all year round reliability and traction and grip in all weathers. Being an SUV, again, it's got a nice driving position here. It's nice and high up. You sit behind the wheel and it gives you a great view over the bonnet. It feels very safe, and things like the flat bottom steering wheel helps access. And there's lots of space here as well. The seat is nice and supportive, and also, as we can see with this trim, we've got this really cool tan interior colour scheme, and this is one of the options on this top spec Ultra model, and it really brings the interior to life and looks really, really attractive and distinctive. We have two 10-inch screens. The centre screen is a touch screen, and that can link in with your mobile phone, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. We've got some physical buttons here as well, so you can control the temperature with these switches, front windscreen, heated rear window, and you can also turn the audio off and adjust the volume here as well. Below that, we've got a wireless charger. We've got cup holders here. Here's how you control the gearbox. Obviously, being an electric car, it's always automatic. So you simply twist it, press drive, and when you come to park, simply press the P button, and that's it. You don't even have to take your handbrake off because you've got this electronic handbrake, and it includes an auto hold function for on hills as well. There's a drive mode switch here, and that's easy to access, and that lets you shift between the various drive modes, and it includes an eco mode. And when you flick into eco mode, it saves battery and helps make it more efficient and ekes out more miles for each battery charge. Speaking of batteries, the standard one is a 49 kilowatt hour battery, and that has a city-friendly range of 214 miles, but there's also a 61 kilowatt hour battery, and Suzuki expects this one to easily be the most popular version, and that has a range of 265 miles. Speaking of trims, there are two trims, Motion and Ultra. This version is the Ultra, and it has luxuries such as this smart interior and an infinity sound system that gives great premium sound quality, and also a glass roof. All Suzuki e-Vitara have something smart in the back. As you can see, we've got this reclining backrest that gives many different angles, so you can get a nice, comfortable seating position. But you also get a standard split slide rear seat. And that means that you can balance rear legroom against luggage space. And it's a really nice feature and something that's pretty unique in this class. With the seat fully back, there's lots of legroom, as you can see. It's almost got limousine-like legroom here. It's really spacious. And other touches include USB sockets in the centre, again, to help keep you charged on the move. There's also door pockets as well, so you can keep your drinks in there nice and safe as well. Moving around to the back, you can see the e-Vitara logo as well, complete with the famous Suzuki logo. The boot is really, really well shaped and spacious. You've got this completely flat load sill, and that makes loading heavy items nice and straightforward. And if you fold the rear seats back, you get a completely flat load space as well, and that's really convenient. There's even these covers here to help make it easy to load things in without getting them caught on the seats. Speaking of the rear seats, we've got a 40-20-40 split, and that means you can juggle luggage space and rear passenger room to your heart's content. And also, we spoke about the charging cables. These tuck away nicely under the boot floor as well. And in terms of charging, the charging socket is on the front wing, and that means that you can drive into the charge socket nose first, easily position it to charge as you go. And again, it's features like that to help make it easier to live with. Now, if you'd like to find out more about the Suzuki e-Vitara, you can check out motability.co.uk, and you can also check out the EV Hub if you're intrigued whether an EV might be right for you. This contains interactive features that can analyse your lifestyle, analyse your drive, and check out just whether an EV will work for you. That's on motability.co.uk, EV for me.
So we're back here at the EV Hub. We've got the lovely Nicholas and Sophie with us here. We're going to play a little game of EV myth busting. We're going to clear up some of those concerns that our customers have about going electric. So Nicholas and Sophie, thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to ask you a few questions there, true or false. Firstly, starting with number one, true or false, is a EV engine or an EV car more expensive to run than a petrol or ice engine?
Good question. So false to that one. A lot of people do think that, but if you have a home charging point, it's a lot cheaper to run than it would be, say, publicly. So if you can get a home charging point, which is OMI, we obviously go ahead and cover the cost of a standard installation for that, then you'll be looking at around 7p per kilowatt. So what you'd need to do with that is you just need to have a chat with your electric provider about putting you on an EV tariff, it's called. So they can swap it over, which means charging overnight is a lot cheaper than charging in the day. So it's definitely worth it. Compared to publicly charging, it's a lot more expensive publicly charging. You know, it's brilliant to be upfront really with this, so it's not a surprise when customers go into their lease and notice it's quite expensive. So you're going to be looking at around 69p, 79p per kilowatt for those faster chargers. So our advice really is before you go on those longer journeys, have a look at those prices and see if that is okay for you. But yeah, definitely have a home charging point if you can.
Thank you so much for that,
That's okay.
Sophie. So in some cases, you can get those cheaper tariffs at home.
Absolutely.
And EVs can be cheaper for our customers.
Absolutely.
The next question that I wanted to ask quickly there, true or false, does a customer need a driveway or a garage to get an EV?
So that's another false. As Sophie just said, it's a lot cheaper and a lot easier if you have a driveway or a garage and can get a home charger installed. But the good news is the UK's got one of the best EV charging infrastructure in the world, I would say, with more than 120,000 chargers that are dotted around the country. So from the ones that you can find next to your home, sometimes on lampposts, to ones that are close to your main amenities in supermarket car parks, retail car parks, like they're literally everywhere. So the good thing is you can try and work that into your routine and, go charging while you're doing the grocery shopping, or,
Absolutely.
do it just whenever you need and when it's convenient for you.
Fabulous, amazing. So there's an amazing public charge network here in the United Kingdom to support our customers that do decide to go electric. The next one I did want to quickly ask, true or false, when a flood happens, or alternatively, when it's raining and our customers are charging their cars, are EVs dangerous?
So I want to reassure everyone on that one. The automotive industry is very strict with testing, and all the components are very secure and, weatherproof to the max. And it's the same for the chargers themselves. They're built to very, very high standards. So there's no problem whatsoever with driving in the wet, charging in the wet. You're absolutely safe.
Fabulous, that's amazing. I'm sure that our customers at home, it's going to give them a real reassurance there to know that they're safe when they're charging, if it's raining or when those floods do happen. One question I did want to sort of cover there that I'm sure our customers at home are keen to know about is, in the cold weather, is the EV range impacted?
So that is actually true. When it comes to colder weather, you will notice in the coldest weathers that it will drop by around 20%. So it's quite a drop that does happen. So other things that can affect the range of a vehicle is also having the heating on as well. But there are things that you can put in place to help with the range of a car. Things like, using your heated seats when you are driving those longer journeys, having it onto eco mode. So it's a bit like your phone where you put it on battery saving mode. It gives you that slower burst of energy so that when you're going off on the road, it uses less of that. So definitely something we'd recommend doing. There's a lot of information on our website around this as well, on ways to improve the range of your car too. It's something I'd say is very different to, say, a petrol or diesel car. It's one of those where once you get used to it, you're going to know that you're going to be able to get to where you need to be when you're using those little kind of hints and tips to be able to extend the range of that car. But it is very true. It does slightly reduce. But yeah, it's very minor, I would say.
Thank you very much for that, Sophie. Brilliant. And what I took away from that is that it does impact the range. However, there is things that customers can do during the winter to mitigate that decrease, that small decrease in the range itself. So what I want to do lastly is ask one last question to just wrap this one up.
Yeah.
And that question is, with EVs, are they silent? And when they are silent, are they dangerous?
So that's a very good question. EVs are silent by definition. They do rattle a lot less than internal combustion engines, So that's a good thing in a way. But I hear the concern that when they're at low speed, you can sometimes feel that you're not going to hear them coming. This is not true anymore. Since 2019, it's now legally a requirement for EVs to emit a sound so that pedestrian knows that when a car is approaching, to move away if they need to. So you don't have to have that concern about being too silent.
Yeah.
They will emit that very little sound at low speed. That is very helpful.
Fabulous. You've answered all my questions, and what I took away from all of that is that having an EV is a lot simpler than a lot of people think, and those dangerous concerns that they do have actually are not something that exists. So if our customer did want to find out a bit more information, or they just want to do a little bit more of reading or looking into an electric vehicle, where can they go?
So we've built a very good set of tools to help customers transition to EVs or ask the questions to transition to EVs. And we've located all of that on our website. So motability.co.uk/EV for me is where you can go to find all the information you need around any concern you can have around charging, cost, or range of the cars. We answer everything on there.
Yeah, and also if you're like me and you have any questions after you have a little read of that information or want to double check anything, you can call through to us. We've actually got an electric vehicles team kind of internal, so within Motability, they have amazing knowledge, they're a great team, and they're there to help you with this transition as well. And also, if you've already got a lease with us and you have any questions, you can absolutely come through and have a chat with us, and we can discuss really from customer to customer what those solutions are and how we can support further.
That's amazing, and I'm sure our customers at home will be more than happy to hear that. So thank you so much for giving us that explanation there of what's going on with EVs, what we have available on the website, and also what we're doing to support our customers through that transition. So for our customers at home, if you're wanting to go electric or if you're already in an electric car, hopefully I feel that with the answers we have given, that we've answered those concerns, cleared all of that up for you today, and that you don't have any worries if you are planning to go electric.
Now, I'm here with Stephen from TGA.
Hello.
Stephen, this is the power chair. Can you just explain about what it is and what it does?
Yeah, well, this is a Will C Light. So the manufacturing company is Will, which is a Japanese brand, and they were the inventors of the Omni Wheel, which is a patented technology, but you'll see it copied in lots of other products now because of the unique way it works. It gives lots of control for the user. Where there's been a movement towards lighter weight power chairs because people wanting to lift them, that's great for end users, but they get very compromised with comfort and adjustability. So they've made this product which enables the user to have adjustability in terms of width on the arms, adjustability with this, and the footbed, still having the Omni wheels, but still only weighs 17 kilograms.
Right.
So really easy for the user to be able to pick it up and put it in the boot of their car.
Right. I mean, the wheels look like something you'd see on the surface of the moon. I take it. What's with the wheels? What do they do?
So how they actually work is you've got sideways rolling discs. So the rear wheels do the movement.
Right.
And so it will turn completely on the spot.
That's cool.
But most power chairs have a caster wheel at the front.
Right.
Now on uneven surfaces, cobbles, gravel, and even going up small curbs, they have a tendency to not go where you want them to, which makes a user constantly trying to adjust, which is quite fatiguing after a while. So this gives a lot better sort of precise control and better off-road terrain.
Okay. And if someone comes to you and says they need a chair, how do you ensure that what you give them meets their needs? How does that work?
Well, with our products, it's all about finding out what the end user's condition is, what their use case is, where do they live, where they're going to use it. Is the product suitable for them? So we're not a sort of click and buy company. It's all about getting one of our trained consultants to talk to them on the phone initially, and then we have someone that goes and visits them. Right. Okay, because these are quite expensive products, and you need to make sure it's the right product for them, and they're going to use it for a good number of years.
Right. And do they get to road test it for a while to make sure it fits their needs?
Absolutely, yeah. We'll go out and visit them with the product. They get to road test it there and then to ensure that it's sort of initially what it's does what it needs to for them. And then there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if they're using it and it's after a while it's not for me, they can always return it.
Right. Okay. Well, Steve, it's great. Thanks for your time.
Lovely. Thank you.
Now, I'm here with Adam from Monarch. Now, Adam, before we talk about this wonderful thing, can you just tell me, I know that Monarch have been in this space for a long time. What's the kind of key to longevity, would you say?
Yeah, so 25 years this year.
Right.
The key to longevity from our perspective is it's innovation. The market changes every year, people's needs change every year, new people enter the disabled market, and it's important to try and find something that caters to everybody.
Right. And this is called Obsidian.
Yep.
And I know you told me it's named after something in Game of Thrones.
It does have a bit of a hint to potentially a TV series related.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. Can you tell me a bit about this? Who is this for, and what does it do, would you say?
So about trying to cater for wider audiences. This one has a 32 stone weight capacity.
Right.
And also it's got a 37-mile range. So if you can try and imagine who that is suitable for, that opens it up to quite a wide audience, essentially. That was the goal, to get it suitable for as many people as we can. It's big enough, it's robust enough, nice, great big wheels on the front and on the back as well. And yeah, I think it's important to us that we can cover a wide audience, meet a lot of needs, and that was the aim with this one.
And I imagine with something like this, you really need to come and test it and try it out to make sure it works for you, is that?
Absolutely, yeah. We provide free home demonstrations. We're absolutely happy to bring this product to you. This environment is fantastic in that it's nice and flat, but from my perspective, my idea is the user doesn't quite get the feedback from their own environment, which is why we will bring the product to your environment. We'll let you try it on all of the challenges within your area, whether that's the drop curbs, the cambers of the pavement. That's where you're going to get the best feel for the product, and that's what we we take pride in doing that as well.
Okay. And have you had good feedback at the show? People driving it around?
Absolutely, yeah. People, I think the striking thing is quite obviously the size of it. We've had some good comments on the colour. It looks like obviously it's very it looks a bit brutish, it looks quite big, but I think people tend to like that.
And is that a Henry Ford situation? You can have any colour as long as it's black?
Any colour as long as it's obsidian.
Right, obsidian, cool, okay. And for anyone who hasn't been to test drive it, you can get all the details on the Motability Scheme website. And for now, Adam, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Hello and welcome to Motability Scheme Live. My name's Richard, I'm a car reviewer and I drive hundreds of cars each year, and something that I drove recently and I'm very impressed with is this MG HS. This is currently the largest SUV that MG offers in its lineup. It's around 4.65 metres long and it's offered in SE and Trophy trim. Here on the Motability Scheme, Trophy is by far the most popular choice. There are actually 3 different engine choices. You can get a regular petrol version, you can get a hybrid version, or you can get a plug-in hybrid version that has an amazing electric-only range of 75 miles. But this is the hybrid plus regular hybrid version, and again, incredibly, it combines, but the petrol version offers a choice of manual or automatic. As you can see, it looks fantastic. It's got this great luxury-like appearance with this fantastic grille and these amazing LED headlights that wrap into the side. They come around all the way here and it picks up this clean line and these lovely luxury-like touches here. We've got some smart alloy wheels, and also on this one, a beautiful metallic colour. And something else worth pointing out, we've even got cameras in the door mirrors. And this is part of the 360 camera that's standard on Trophy models, and it means that when you're reversing, it gives the bird's eye view all around the car. It is a really clever and useful piece of technology. Obviously it's a large car, so you step inside and you get this premium driving position. It's nice and high, get a good view over the bonnet, and also you get these fantastic seats. They're beautifully soft and supportive, trimmed in this nice material, and it feels every inch the luxury car. Got lots of buttons on the steering wheel so you can control things without taking your eyes off the road. And it's all masterminded through these dual 12.3 inch screens. You have a digital driver's display here and the 12.3 inch touchscreen here, and you mastermind most of the vehicle's controls through that. There are some shortcut buttons on the bottom, so you can quickly go to your home screen, turn the climate control on and off, demist the front and rear windows, and also that's where your hazard warning switch is as well. So that's a nice safety feature. It's there, easy to access. Have a nice automatic gear shifter here that's nice and chunky and easy to use. And when you want to park, you simply press the park button here. You don't need to move the gear lever, just press that and you're good to go. The electronic handbrake comes on automatically as well, and there's a hill hold function as well. And interestingly, because it's an SUV, this actually has a hill descent function as well. So you can press this, and if you're doing some off-roading, it will gently go down a hill without speeding up. It's quite a nice feature to have. Also nice, it's this armrest here with this deep cubby, and MG has cleverly put the wireless smartphone charger here, so you can simply slide your phone in there and it charges without using any cables. Naturally, we've also got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard in this system as well. If we move around to the rear, you can see again these lines and all this silver detailing makes it look so luxurious and expensive. And also high-end is all this space that you get in the rear. This is genuine luxury car levels of space. It's fantastic. I could stretch my legs right out. Get all this comfort from this nice supportive rear seat as well. Everything's beautifully detailed. Got contrast stitching and lovely chunky armrests here. It really does feel like a proper high-end vehicle. And if we move around to the back, we've got this. Wow, 507 litre boot. Interestingly, it's exactly the same size whether you go for the petrol, the regular hybrid or the plug-in hybrid. We've got a nice low sill hill so you can slide things in, and naturally there's some stowage down there below. What I particularly like is just how squared off the shape is. It means that you can load boxy items really easily without getting them stuck on the sides of the panels, and even the parcel shelf doesn't pop up and down. It's a retractable cover, so you can pop it back and it opens up all this beautiful space. So there we go. That's the MG HS. As I say, it's available in petrol, regular hybrid or plug-in hybrid, and you can find out more information and all that you need to know about it on motability.co.uk. Hello and welcome to Motability Scheme Live. My name's Richard, I'm a car reviewer and I drive hundreds of cars each year. And I'm here with the fabulously funky Hyundai Insta. This is a small SUV that's fully electric, and it's the top specs that you need to know are that it has a 42 kilowatt hour battery, or by far the most popular choice is the 49 kilowatt hour version. This has a range of around 230 miles, and it's also available in 3 different trims: 01, 02, and the rugged off-road looking Cross model. Now, I mentioned this electric car. The charging port is actually here in the nose. Really easy to access. It means that you can simply drive up, easily plug in, so you don't have to reverse or anything. It just makes it easy to plug in and go. And it also has something called vehicle to load functionality. This means that you get an adapter with the vehicle, you plug it in here, and you can actually plug in and run 13 amp 3-pin plug devices from it, such as a camping stove or an airbed pump. It's a really useful feature, and it means that you can charge up as you go without having to plug in the wall at home. Something else that I love is what's called these pixel details here. The designer of Hyundai, Simon Lowsby, he's actually British, and this is a characteristic trait that he introduced into all the Hyundais that he designs. On the move, these light up with LED lighting and make it look really distinctive on the go. And down below, we've got these full LED headlights at night time that pierce through and cut through the darkness. Moving around to the side, you can see it's a really rugged looking machine. It is a small SUV in size and status. It's around 3.8 meters long, which isn't very long at all, and that helps make it really city friendly and easy to park. But it's not small on the inside. Thanks to being a dedicated electric car, it means that you get a tremendous amount of space inside. You get these full-size seats, plenty of adjustment, plenty of support as well, and you even get a high-up seating position with a nice deep windscreen, giving you great visibility all around. It helps make it feel safe and confident out on the road. And interestingly, the gear shifter is down here rather than being on the centre console. This frees up space and makes it easy to go into drive or reverse, simply twist and go. The dual 10.25 inch screens here. We've got a fully packed and fully configurable driver's display and the centre touch screen as well. And this is packed with features including clever sat-nav that charging points around you as you drive along. And we've also got sat-nav route mapping as well that feeds in electric charge availability and helps plan your route around chargers on the move. It means that if you're doing a long journey of several hundred miles, the sat-nav will automatically find chargers en route, so you don't have to think about it. You simply drive up, charge up, and you're good to go in 15 to 20 minutes. You'll see we've got this beautiful ambient lighting here. This is a multicolour function, so you can get lots and lots of different colours, so you can really customise it to your own spec. Down below we've got lots of buttons. If you don't like modern cars that are simply all the controls are built into the touchscreen, Hyundai has your back. You've got these touch buttons here for the climate control, the shortcuts here for map, navigation, radio and media. You've even got dials here for volume, and this means that you can scroll through the various menus as well, again without using the touchscreen. It's a nice feature, and these are nice and tactile buttons as well. We've got heated seats down below, and even a button for the parking camera. Press that and the parking camera will pop up so you can easily park on the move. And something that I find really useful is using this if you nudge it in to parking spaces. So if you want to charge up and make sure that there's enough space ahead of you, simply press that, the cameras will pop up and will see you into the bay without any drama. Down below there's this cool wireless mobile charging spot. There's even more stowage down below here as well. We've got charging ports at the bottom, and also you'll notice that the seat is pretty special because we've got a semi-bench seat here. Instead of having an open space in the middle, Hyundai has cleverly built the cup holders into it and surrounded it with the seat material around. And this is actually a nice feature and makes it comfortable and relaxing and supportive out on the move. And obviously we can fold the armrest up and down so you can easily access any drinks that you have in the middle. Now, I said it's a small car that thinks big. It's genuinely the case in the back. We've got 2 seats in here, and you get split fold sliding rear seats as standard. And these slide through a huge 16 centimetre range. So you can balance boot space with passenger comfort. I've got this slid fully back. And look at this, this is a 3.8 metre long car. And I've got all this legroom. It's tremendous. It's really comfortable as well. Having these seats shaped individually for 2 people gives it big car comfort as well. And obviously you'll see that I've got loads of headroom. It's amazingly spacious for such a small electric car on the outside. We've got some more of these pixels as well. Again, these light up when you press the brakes, and it makes it look like no other car at night or when you're braking. It's a really distinctive feature. Something else that's distinctive is the boot. It stretches from 251 litres to over 300 litres. We've got hidden stowage down below here, and also the seats fold completely flat in a split capacity, so you can load larger items there as well, over 1,000 litres of space. And uniquely, you can also fold flat the front 2 seats as well. So you can take the headrests out, fold them completely flat. And Hyundai says that's perfect if you want to pop an airbed in there and sleep and camp in the car overnight. And of course, you can power the airbed charger from the 3-pin plug in the front. They thought of everything. So if you want to know more about the Hyundai Insta and the various models and the various battery specs in the range, you could check out motability.co.uk for all the information and to find out what a great value car it is on the screen. And there we go, that's the Hyundai Insta. Thank you for watching. You might think you know your car pretty well, but there are loads of clever car features that can help make everyday driving that bit easier. Let's start with something simple, driving position. By sliding your seat forward and also raising it up, you can get a much better view across the bonnet, helping improve visibility, and it also makes it easier to get in and out of the vehicle as well. Another thing people often overlook are things like reversing cameras and parking sensors. They can help take a lot of the stress out of manoeuvring and really help boost driver confidence, particularly in tight parking spaces. And if you're looking at newer cars, there's even more to help you. Electric cars, for example, have fully connected sat-nav. These can help you locate nearby charge points and also plan your route around charge points. Many new cars also have connected apps. These allow you to do things like defrost the windscreen and also preheat the cabin so it's comfortable before you even get in. And there's also things like heated seats and steering wheel, and these really help that extra bit of everyday comfort. Another thing that lots of people don't realise is hidden storage. Many cars have clever compartments, here in the boot or in the cabin, for storing things like electric charging cables, mobility equipment, or even everyday items. Small features can make a big difference day to day. Things like keyless entry mean that you don't have to handle the key to unlock or start the car, you simply get in and go. It's worth taking time to get to understand these features. Sit in the vehicle, speak to the dealer, spend time knowing exactly what each car has that you might not know about. It's the small features that can make such a difference to everyday life and transform your enjoyment of the vehicle. You might be surprised at what your next vehicle can do and how much easier it can make everyday life.
And that's a wrap for Motability Scheme Live Birmingham 2026. We've had a fantastic couple of days. We've had some brilliant conversations and seen some brilliant vehicles. And it's been so lovely to see so many of you here.
Thank you so much for joining us, whether you've been here with us in person or watching along at home.
And there's plenty of great stuff that's going to be online, so go and check it out.
And if you do want to come and see us live again, we're going to be in Edinburgh on the 11th and 12th of September.
We'll be more than happy to have you.
But from MSL Birmingham 2026, that's a wrap. Farewell.